Okay, so I'm quickly going to show you how to set up OBS Studio. Nothing crazy going on. Don't need the max settings, just enough to get us through with high quality, with manageable file sizes. So we're just going to go through a couple of settings and how to use the program. In the end, it'll look like this. So you'll have your audio. This is recording desktop audio. This is recording the mic. This is where you do stop, start recording, all of that. You can go into settings on this side. You can switch between monitors. So we're going to go through all of that and I'll show you how to do it all from scratch. Shouldn't take too long, so bear with me. First, we are going to get the settings right. So we're going to go to the bottom right here. We're going to click settings. You can leave general appearance stream. They can stay as it is. You don't need to worry about that. Output is where you need to be worrying. Recording. Okay. This is the area you need to be concerned with. You'll see it's all grayed out right now because I'm recording with the software, so I can't change it actively, but it's all set to the correct settings. So recording path, all right, that's where all your recordings are going to be stored. So select browse and then browse where you want to, where you want the video recordings to end up. Choose a nice folder that's nice and neat and it's got a lot of space. And then we've got recording format, MKV. You'll see a bunch of options there. There's MP4, a bunch of others. MKV. That should be the default, but if it's not, change it to MKV. This helps if there are any glitches or there's power outs or stuff like that. This is a very stable sort of format, so it kind of keeps it intact in case of emergencies or something weird happening. So MKV, keep it there. Video encoder, choose the one that matches your graphics card. If you're not sure or you don't have it, just use the default, which is use stream encoder. But try and match this to the graphics card of your PC or your laptop. Audio encoder, this should come default, FFmpeg AAC, that should be the default. If it's not, just change it to that. Audio track 1 should be defaulted to 1. If it's 2 for some weird reason, change it to 1. This you can leave, rescale output, mixer setting, blah blah blah. You can leave all of that. Okay, then we go down to encoder settings. Set the rate control to constant bitrate. It should already be that as default, but if it's not, you can change it. Bitrate 10,000 keyframes per second, blah, don't worry about that. Preset P5, this is a good one. It's good quality without using crazy amounts of processing power, so this is a good one to go with. I use this, works fine. Tuning, high quality, multi-pass mode. There's single pass, let me show you. Single pass, 2 passes quarter resolution, and 2 passes full resolution. I use 2 passes quarter resolution because it saves on processing power and the quality is still pretty high. If you want to go crazy and do 2 passes for max resolution, you can, and if there are issues, you can go down to single pass, but this should be perfectly fine. Profile, keep high. Look ahead, by default, this is going to be selected, unselected. You don't need that. It's predicting frames. You don't need that. It takes up unnecessary CPU power. Adaptive quantization, keep that. That's fine. B-frames should be already set to 2. If it's not, set it to 2. And then at the bottom right, make sure you click apply. Otherwise your settings are not going to save. That will be cuck. Audio, whatever output it's running through, select that. So I'm just using my laptop. So speakers out through my laptop, select that. Should come as default already in there, but if it's not, select whatever output it is that you're using. And then mic, auxiliary audio. I'm using my laptop, so my laptop's mic, done. If you're using some other microphone, select that, but otherwise, yeah, that's good. That's all you need to do in audio settings, really. And then video, this just needs to be HD. So, well, there you're gonna have 2 options. It's one is the lower quality, and then for the free version, and then 1920 by 1080p. So select 1920 by 1080p. Should come as default, but if it's not, change it to 1920 by 1080p. The output scaled resolution needs to match that one, so 1920 to 1080p. HD, HD. And then for the common FPS values, this can go all the way up to 60. Forget that. 30 is fine. It allows, this is frames per second, so this allows for smooth motion, but also we're going to be doing a lot of time lapses. We're doing a lot of things like time lapses and things like that, and it's just for general footage capture, general screen recording. 30 frames per second is perfectly fine. Gives you nice smooth motion without taking up too much space, without making the file size crazy. And again, after every single thing, click apply. Done. That's it. So if we close here, we can go in here. Okay, and I'm just going to show you this panel right here, what's going on here. On the left, all the way to the left, we've got scenes, we've got sources, audio mixer, scene transitions, which you don't have to worry about, and the main controls, which is where your start, stop recording is in your settings. So this is the most important part here. This is where it's pulling the data from, where it's pulling the information from, and we need to make sure this is set up correctly so that it's actually recording your stuff. So if we go in here, you'll see that I've got scene 1 main monitor. Scenes are a way to save a whole bunch of settings all in one nice neat place, and you can switch between them. So we can have scene 1 main monitor. It's recording this whole situation here. My laptop, my main monitor, my main screen. Sources is where it's pulling the information from. You can change this, you can switch this up, but all we need is a display capture, a full display capture. If this is not already in place, this is how you do it. You click the little plus here, add source. You'll go display capture. You can name it display capture 1, and we can say main screen. Okay, it'll pull you up into this window, leave that as automatic, and you select the screen you want to record. My primary monitor. So that's primary monitor set up nicely. Now if you want to link it up to a dual monitor, which will very likely happen if you've got 2 screens, 3 screens, however many screens set up, different monitors, this is how you do it. So you'll create a new scene. Let's say scene 2, monitor 2. Let's just say I've got 2, so I'll say monitor 2. We'll go into sources. Again, we'll select where it's pulling the data from. So add source, display capture 2, M2 for monitor 2. Leave it as automatic and select your second monitor. There we go. And now your second monitor is recording. You can switch between these live. As you're recording, you can move between these. So just be aware that when you are recording, and if you move over to reference, your second or third monitor, you can do this as many times as you want to add as many monitors as you want. If you're referencing another monitor, just make sure you switch it before you start talking and referencing to the other monitor. Make sure it's switched. OBS will switch between these live, so you can keep it recording and it'll switch automatically. So that's the most important one. Then for audio mixer, you just want to make sure I set mine at -5.5 for both of them, because I find this is a good range. Basically, if it goes into the red, it's bad news. It should be sitting around kind of in the yellow, like in the middle. That's a good point for it to be at. So if you notice sounds pushing over into the red, it's going to distort. That's no good, just lower it a little bit. But this I found is to be a good range, so just set that there and you're good to go. Scene transitions, you don't need to really worry about. And then these are the main controls. Stop, start recording, settings, boom. Once all that's done, you just click start recording and you're ready to go.